What's the game time? 10 minutes? Still 10 minutes. Okay, 11 minutes. With even with 3 rounds, that shit was only 11 minutes compared to this was how much? 25? I've made my point. Payload maps are garbage now, and they need to be retooled. Either make the map shorter, cut the time down, or both. Something needs to be done about payload maps. They take way too long in modern Overwatch 2. Like, it was fine way back when you only had one mode and you had shitty control point maps that ended in like 2 minutes because nobody knew how to defend, and the people still don't know how to defend. Go play Classic, you'll see that very a lot. But yeah, no bueno. No bueno. Yeah, see, like, look at all these let's see, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 5 minutes. And then this is only 2 rounds, so 15. Or no, wait. 3-0? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was only 2 rounds. And it took us a full 10 minutes for the first round. Like, that's dumb. This shit was 17. This was 13, 2-3, okay. 2-3 on this trash map. And all these maps that I won on, 7, 13, 11, 11. Yeah, and then like that's my point. Like, the reason why I feel like they need to cut this down is just so that way you can get more games in. Right? The more games you can get in, the more opportunities you have to be on decent teams. That is like my whole thing. Either that or increase the amount that you win and lose by for payload maps to actually make them worth the time and the effort that they take. Those are the 2 options. Or in reality, that's what they should do with the score, is make how many points you get be or lose be determined by how long the match is. Like, if you play a fucking 5-minute match, you only get, 5%. You play an 11-minute match, you get 11%. See, that would fix the issue. You play this match, you like this right here, I would lose 25%, which would suck. But then I can come down here and play fucking, here's 11%, 11%, 13%, 7%. That would solve the issue that I have with payload maps. If they would just make it that you get a percentage based on how much time the match took. So that way you are rewarded if you win and you spend a lot of time in the game. Like that team that beat our team's ass because the supports were no buenos. In this game, 25 minutes, they get 25%. Bam, boom, done. Big gain on their points, and then they move on, and they're doing great, right? And like the team I was on, no buenos, right? So they lose 25%, they get fucked. It makes payload maps like feel more enticing, more valuable at that point. And right now they're just not. They are not valuable. They are jarring, giant slog, especially if they take 25 fucking minutes compared to everything else. You're never gonna see a Samoa go fucking 25 minutes. You're never gonna see a Throne of Trash Can go fucking 25 minutes. You're never gonna see Esperanki go 25 minutes. It's never gonna happen. That is the solution though. You make the amount of points that you get based off the time you spend in the game. Because they base everything else off of time spent in the game, right? The XP you get for the trash can pass, that's based off how much time you spend in the game. Outside of challenges and shit, of course. So that would solve my problem. If they would make it to where the amount of competitive points you gain or lose is based off of how much time you spend in the game, it would make these games more interesting. But at the same time, people would probably farm them, right? People would go to sudden death on every single one just to gain a shit ton of points all at once. So there would obviously have to be a cap of some kind, or some way to not like fix it. I don't know how you would do that though. I guess that would be the best way to do it. It would just be just cap it at 25. The highest you can get in one game is 25%. So if you play a game for 25 minutes, you get 25%. Because then it would deter people from trying to drag the games out. So that would solve that problem instantly. So base the amount of competitive points you get from winning and losing off of the amount of time spent in the game. Because not only would it make payload maps feel more valuable when they're currently not any more or less valuable, they're just a giant waste of time, in my opinion. It would also make losing the quick matches not fucking hurt as bad. Right? Like people just smashing through on throwing a trash can and shit like that. Like those matches would not feel as bad. Like literally like getting into a game, being in it for fucking 2 minutes and just instantly losing 20%. Like that shit is stupid. Because a lot of those maps, like, there's just nothing to do. There's nothing to do about it. If one team is just infinitely better than the other, and they get the upper hand and they have the momentum, and then they just beat all the ass, like, there's nothing to do about that. And then you just instantly lose in 5 minutes, and you're down 20%, which is fucking stupid. All things considered. And then I guess another way that they could further enforce like not farming the points would just be like have time limits on the certain game modes or something. I mean, there already technically are, but I don't know. I don't know, but there's definitely a better way to handle their competitive system.